Guys, welcome to a very good morning. That was on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube, of course, are best in terms of football, tactical, pretty much post-match analysis. I say Waitimg consistently every day. The consistent videos, bro. Sometimes 4, and you craft 3, sometimes 5 videos in a day. And then bro has on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Once subscribe to the channel, I'm sure. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notification. Those casing 10 and show do choose all. Send me anytime we have content ever drop or have you are first to have it here. On Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. And we are any come pa and from my baby. There are a lot of things to talk about here, investors. So and then of course, and then the codes are ready. Codes in are ready. All the description of the video below. Video nasty. Go and pick up codes and Fakoshim and give yourself a chance of winning something that has in Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Club World Cup games or European games or Borussia Dortmund never ball. In the hope to seal qualification. Mamelodi Sundowns any Fluminense or finalize it at Inter versus River Plate ever Koso. Monterrey any Red Diamonds ever Koso. So there are lots of games that are going to go on today in the Club World Cup. 4 of them, and of course there are going to be some more games ever Koso. In other places I saw club friendlies are there. A lot of games have opportunity. Of course, go and pick up codes, and give yourself a good chance at winning some good money. As on Fiifi-Manfred BBR and come because codes, as I say, you need come on. Where do we start from? Transfer updates. You need come on from free the likes of some updates at the various clubs needing come on from free. We'll come and talk about some very interesting things. I'll show you soon. Of course, I'm still can stay. You need come on. I'll explain something to you. Just stay on. Stay on. Maybe explain this on you. Maybe actual big stuff from the camp of AC Milan. The last time I make see Italian clubs, you can't compete. Almost many mainstream European clubs in competing. Almost many England for them competing. Almost many Germany for them competing. Almost many Spain for them competing. And when I say compete, I mean it in the long term. Because the financial world without a company, almost maybe. See, the Italian Serie A is probably the most tactical and the most competitive league that you've seen in recent times, especially. And you see, the tactical setups and then the competition with Italian Serie A is because nobody probably has that huge financial muscle. They can't buy some of the best players around. And one of the reasons why Juventus were dominating years before was because Juve had the financial muscle to buy the best players from all over the world. And that is why Antonio Conte, after winning the Italian Serie A, Air Aurelio De Laurentiis said one sign quality of mana on now. Philip Billing, Moko, or the down in Zimbabwe, Kevin De Bruyne, and Mobile, we will move more players, not some centre backs before Bologna, Holland. Like they are very aggressive in getting some of the best players. And Antonio Conte knows to say, well, yes, Italian Serie A said, "Media come to Europe," and then that's why, if you look at the grand scheme of things, the job as Simeone Inzaghi Inter was top level stuff. Say, we need some tactical acumen on the next level. You cannot do the job that Simeone Inzaghi did at Inter, and that's the job that Simeone did. To go to the Champions League final twice without budget, with players already 35, 36, 32, like Nkokrafoko to them coach. He got a job done with them. And I'm saying this based on what is going on today at AC Milan. AC Milan have sold their most promising talent in Abrante Tijani Reinders. Now, Reinders is Man City at the Club World Cup. Reinders is a new club or won a ball. Of course, AC Milan has to replace him. Usually, in the replacement is supposed to be a younger player with very good prospect. On Tijani Reinders. Look at the kind of players that AC Milan are linked with in terms of players that are come in at AC Milan. And then this is what AC Milan's new sporting director, Eka Iglitari, is the sporting director, dreams of bringing Luka Modric to the club. He is one of the names mentioned in initial talks. Modric received several approaches from clubs all over the world since leaving Real Madrid, not in a rush to pick a club now. that news goes on, we talk about it into detail. As AC Milan director Iglitari said he has confirmed exclusive story on Luka Modric to Milan soon. We are ready to bring in Luka Modric. We need new leaders. Modric can be a key player for us, and he asked about being competitive, winning titles, winning on it. And according to Iglitari, Luka Modric the first thing that Luka Modric saw and say, can they be competitive? Because or not so back Italian Serie A, he wants to make sure say winning titles and being very, very competitive. And Iglitari so catching said he shouldn't worry. Almost AC4 are working on it, and the first thing is that they want to make sure that they will be able to compete. My brand friend Iglitari or Albanian football, of course. Albanian football, they have ties with the Croats in that the eastern part of Europe. Sporting director of Lazio at some point in time, and then now he moves to team your friend AC Milan. Now, this is what I'm saying. If you have a team of Milan, now Opesa will compete. Not one of your players was a brand your friend of Tijani Reines and is gone. If you buy Luka Modric, you add youngsters who have prospect to it. I mean, Luka Modric is a good player, but age 38 or 39. He's old. How long is Luka Modric going to play? What is AC Milan doing? I mean, if you want real proper players that will come in and do the job for you for the long term, Luka Modric is under a good experience, but enough for the long term. And that's what AC Milan are doing. And then, now Iglitari went on to talk about a lot of things. He spoke about a brand friend Rafael Leao and the fact that AC Milan wants to keep him buying for now, looking to also pounce him on a brand friend Rafael Leao. Iglitari said Rafael Leao and buying interest. Leao is a top player. He is key for us in our project. Rafa will be key for our project. Buying, we didn't receive any proposal, and it's true. Buying for Rafael Leao out to about 4 choices in terms of wingers. First off, Nico Williams. Second one, they are looking at the likes of Barca, who is not possible. The third one is Jimmy Bino Getters, and the fourth one, brand friend Rafael Leao. These are the top players are buying for Epe and left wing. And Rafael Leao, they've still not received any offer. AC Milan for Sanka offer Biao Horam. And one Shania, he's going to stay our team friend FC Bayern, our team friend AC Milan. Now, Iglitari spoke about Mike Mignon, and then the fact that Mike Mignon was approached by Chelsea. Or many Chelsea for didn't come on, they couldn't find an agreement for a brand friend Mike Mignon, and the fact that Mike Mignon is going to stay with the Mavakacho, Chelsea are likely to go back to Mike Mignon. Forget about what you're seeing on the internet. Focus say, oh, Chelsea are done with Mike Mignon. They are not done with Mike Mignon. Chelsea will go back to the negotiation table for a brand friend Mike Mignon. However, they will go with a strong bargaining point again. They will go back and let the player know, say, player don't no agreement, the player wants to come through. They will go back and then let AC Milan know, say, we are going to get him for free. So make sure that things are getting done. Because already we're signing a pre-contract agreement with Chelsea Forum in the fact that he wants to join them. Now, this is what Iglitari kind of say. Mike Mignon will stay with us next season. There is an interest from a Premier League club, but we didn't find an agreement. We decided to keep Mike. We never know what happens on the market, but we want Mike to stay, and that's what I'm telling you. Say, a brand friend Mike Mignon, definitely. He's the kind of player that is going to go and come back on Chelsea radar. Chelsea really like a brand friend Mike Mignon. They value him. I explain why Chelsea wants him. Good market value, experience enough, or in a class of goalkeepers, a form wall, almost so or a bulky, or a cashier, or a combative. Area draws with Mitchell Boston come up, and that is why Chelsea are saying consistently said they want a brighter friend Mike Mignon to come and join. Now he spoke also about a brighter friend Theo Hernandez, not so Theo Hernandez here. He has decided to go in for a new chapter on the footballing career, and Theo Hernandez has left teamer your friend AC Milan to go and join team friend Al Hilal or Saudi Pro League. I say Theo Hernandez to Al Hilal, he wants to try a new chapter. We are working on it. We are in negotiation. And nothing has been signed over there. That is it with our branch friend Theo Hernandez. And we got good news. Good news on the fact that Paul Abile Pogba officially Paul Abile Pogba is going to be a player for AS Monaco. Oh boy. I mean, I don't say too much about Paul Abile Pogba, but see, to be very honest, I think for me, for everybody, who loves Pogba, who loves his football, we wish him well. All of us, we wish Paul Abile Pogba well because he's a top player. Given what happened to him, all of the nonsense that happened to Paul Abile Pogba, I think I wish Paul Pogba won. Everybody will wish Pogba won. The details of the deal, and he said he has a contract for 2 years. Final details now have been sorted. Contract to be checked by lawyers in the next hours, and then Paul will fly to Monaco in the next 24 hours. They are giving him a new chance at life, and that is Paul Abile Pogba to play the football that he wants. And Soumani Fati, so the deal with Monaco he also sorted. And Soumani Fati, the medical will go on Friday as soon as the documents Barca are signed. But then here we go, sorted between club referring FC Barcelona and Soumani Fati. The deal is in place for Barcelona winger to join club on loan with an option to buy, not an obligation to buy. And that is part of the deal, and now holding the both sides in the negotiation. Barca wanted an obligation to buy, Monaco wanted an option to buy. This time, Monaco won. It's an option to buy. The plan for medical is on Friday. Ansu will travel to Monaco and undergo medical later in the week. Ansu signs for FC Monaco. Soumani Fati also get to play football again. Another player, very exciting, top player in all of that. And then finally, Abrantia friend Soumani Fati is going to be a good one. The update from Spain, the French League 1, and all of the issues that have gone on with team friend FC Lyon, and it's Lyon for have been relegated to League 2. And yet because of football, and yet born on and relegated there be it is because Lyon for Ediom Hokojiji, Yombo Nisan Comodio Mojijimu, owner, club owner, and so a lot of irregularities of France hormone relegated or Mekacho in the last few hours. Lyon for have put all of our players on the transfer market, including Ghana and Estapia Nuyama, Chelsea linked player Malik Fofana. Every player from Lyon have been put on a transfer market on a financial fair play situation. Bans 2 years then trophies Arsenal over there. See how things are going to go on from the Chelsea forum. I've said it several times. They want to make sure they take advantage of the financial crisis, and that is why Lyon forum are being asked to set off, are being asked to go in there. A lot of financial value, of course, valuation. A lot of financial issues are Lyon for the moment, and they be asked to do that. And Olympic Lyon got relegated because they owe a lot of money, about 505 million. Imagine if you spent way more than you had and couldn't pay back. That's what happened. People who check club finances in finance, called the DNCG, said Lyon's debt was too big, so they are being sent to League 2, a lower league. It's not because they played badly, but because they didn't manage their money well. They also can't buy new players and must lower their costs. Lyon's trying to fix this by selling players and raising money, but this is a tough sport. They must avoid relegation if they sort out their financial issues soon. That is about Lyon Fono, who will probably go and appeal over there. Lyon Fono are relegated because of a lot of money in terms of debts, players almost total financial fair play. They are spending beyond their gains. They spent with a lot of players in the last few years, and they've not had any successes at all to get money back. And they are being asked to go to the 2, where the pressure is a little bit low, and then they can go in there, get some money. And Chelsea Fono obviously are going to pounce in on a branch friend Malik Fofana. The last time when I was talking about Malik Fofana, one of the explainers that I brought here was that Chelsea Fono GD. So one of the reasons why they went onto the table for Malik Fofana is that Lyon Fono Hieska, they need money, and in the needing of money, they will sell anybody at all to get some good money out of them. And that is why Lyon Fono are pushing in to make sure they can get some good money. Send the moment to you free whole now on machine because and you're good enough, cry, and you're good enough. It's not good enough. It's a very, very tight place, and a team you're for the FC Lyon for an issue. Franco Mastantuano, si Charlie, Argentina, and also say Abrantia friend, Xabi Alonso friend, or friend of phone, so he was excited. Estantuano said, when Xabi Alonso spoke to me, it was incredible. I'm too thankful to him. The conversation with him was very important because when a coach actually wants you, it gives you a lot of confidence. And according to Franco Mastantuono, Xabi Alonso now got a far phone and a friend catching the jack. Me person about Real Madrid, Opa Madrid, that things are going to be well. And you are going to be very, very fine. Real Costa, which is Benfica for president, we didn't come out about Madrid target and your friend Alvaro Carreras. Now we didn't come on with I say Alvaro Carreras, let Madrid make an offer. None has arrived so far. If they do, we will see what happens. According to Benfica for president Real Costa, Charlie, as it stands now, still Madrid have still not sent an offer for my friend Alvaro Carreras. Already he still has the player, he will keep the player. So Madrid on the first offer, they will do the analysis and they will see if my friend Alvaro Carreras it's enough for him to let him go, and I said it's not enough for him to let him go. All of the analysis now. My friend Antonio Rudiger, FIFA for are going to open a case against Gustavo Cabral after allegations that he had racially abused our friend Antonio Rudiger. It's important. So okay, the game against Montreal, any team my friend Real Madrid, my friend Antonio Rudiger came to complain, say he had been racially abused. The initial video I'm watching here, not ensuring yet video that gave a lot and show a lot. Say okay, Pampa and brand friend Antonio Rudiger, they've done something wrong to him, and I said not done anything wrong with him. So it wasn't too much of a video that gave a lot. I don't think Chelsea almost okay, fine. Then they will do some more analysis. They will go back, do the analysis, and then see if our brand friend Antonio Rudiger and Pampa, he was racially abused, and I say he was not racially abused. That is where FIFA are on this issue. Jude Bellingham will be the cover on FIFA club on FIFA FC 2026 now. I can't Jude Bellingham the better anymore. That is huge for him. We will be able FIFA senior. Then it means that Jude Bellingham the better anymore. Our FIFA anyone. I'm waiting to see how FC 26 is going to be for the likes of Lamine Yamal or any other. Franco Mastantuono, I don't need to explain in words what Madrid is about. Everyone knows and everyone dreams of it. The best club in Europe and the best club in the world. That is exactly what Franco Mastantuono Casono there. He has come to the best club in the world. He goes on in that interview. Mastantuono say, playing for Real Madrid. Madrid is such a beautiful challenge. What's happening to me is something so unique. And I'm very thankful to football and to this life. Every player in the world dreams of this. That is what Mastantuono kind. So it was the conversation with him was very, very incredible over there. I would say it's the best club in the world, the best club in Europe. Just think everything indicates that Kylian Mbappe will not play versus RB Salzburg. Although we recover from the ailments, and now their friend Kylian Mbappe is going to play against the team that's called RB Salzburg. I will see if Kylian Mbappe can play in that game or he will not be able to play. There's been some good tidings on the part of Barcelona. And then we're for us, Porter. It's an interesting headline. I'm seeing Nico Williams say, I am joining Barcelona. And now, in Felix Tainta and your branch friend Nico Williams went to the headquarters of Athletic Club de Bilbao. Then they went to tell Athletic for they said, Charlie, catch him in the Barca for we want to go to Barcelona. Negotiating. That is the second step of Barca's negotiation. Barca's grand plan to get a brand here friend Nico Williams. No, this is the second step. The first step was to make sure that the boy will come to them, and then have the marketing, PR, and brand positioning as though the boy wants Barca. They've succeeded. The boy wants Barca. When agent Agushion top, they have been very, very successful in that regard. The boy, the Barca team members need pushing for him. Everything is clear. Say both parties want each other. That is Deco's grand plan in getting a brand here friend Nico Williams. Now, the second option was that Saudi Inicia will be able to Barca. We will brief and tell our journalists that we can do the deal for him. Yes, we want to do the deal in a good time, good financial window for us. And that good financial window, no, is going to be after June ends. It's somewhere around the 3rd, 4th of June. Maybe we want to do the deal. But also, we know, say, Athletic Club for will not accept installments. Yes, Barca may be able to pay the money up front, but then it's only an installment, and they will choose that option. So they be free on the system also, and they are more and they go straight to Athletic Club. One guy says, okay, Yama boy, and then come back to Athletic Club. Felix Tarita now move Nico Williams now move. They should go into the club that the boy wants to join Barcelona. And in front of sport, it said, me void al Barca, me void al Barca. Say, I am joining Barca. That is what Nico Williams is saying. Nico Williams, Barca will pay Nico Williams' release clause on July 1, according to a lot of people in Spain. The belief is that from July 1, there's going to be the payment of Brighton for Nico Williams' release clause. No, we'll talk about that even some more. But Spain for coach Luis de la Fuente has been talking about Nico, has been talking about Lamine Yamal. Now, Luis de la Fuente say Lamine Yamal, he may be a legendary player, but everything has a process. He is very clear about everything. He is very mature. De la Fuente say Nico Williams to Barca. I am an Athletic Club fan. Oh, De La Fuente say no, or Athletic Club Bilbao fan. As long as the rule of the game is respected, I say, but I have responsibility to Spanish football. As long as the rule of the game is respected, fantastic. That's what he's saying. And Luis de la Fuente, I know here, Athletic Club ni, I want to say Charlie. As long as the rule of the game is respected, and you know, say, as long as Barca pays the money in India, there is no problem over there. I spoke to you earlier on about the fact that Sumani Fati is joining Team Friend Monaco. It's a loan deal with an option to buy over there for Team Friend AS Monaco. We'll see how things are going to pan out from there. AC Milan want to take advantage of Andreas Christensen's situation to sign him for cheap. Christensen was signed as free agent, and the sale will be net income for Barcelona. The club hopes to sell him, hoping to upload his salary and use the financial fair play space for new signings. That's exactly what Barca want to do with our brand here, your friend Andreas Christensen. Now more on our brand here, your friend Nico Williams. Barca do not plan to pay Nico Williams' release clause until after 30th of June. They want the deal to be registered with Spain's next financial year. We'll see. We understand the Barca obviously want to do the deal, whether it is in Spain's next financial year, it's not in Spain's financial year, or whatever the case is. We'll have all of that conversation now as on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Chelsea, after all of the struggles here at the beginning of the game, of the last game, one Flamingo boy and then Sanya, people say so Chelsea will share a very tough opponent. And then after Benfica game and Chelsea game, Chelsea are going to meet up with Team Friend Benfica in the round of 16. But see, the games at Benfica, Benfica against River Plate, Benfica against Bayern, Benfica against Summer this season, our Club World Cup number. You can't write them off. Honestly speaking, you just cannot write off Benfica for them because it's a very, very tough game. Almost share Bayern, almost share River Plate and ball draw, and I think they beat the Auckland for them. I mean, very, very tough game for Team Friend FC Benfica. River Plate for near out, Benfica has gone through. It's a tough one. Enzo Fernandez would have met his former team, either of his former teams, because of River Plate and of course Benfica. Now he's going to meet Benfica. The Chelsea phoning him say it's a difficult game, and on money Team Friend Benfica ever but what it means is that Chelsea in the next round of the Club World Cup, they will make some good money. Chelsea will earn some good money as the progress here for the next stage of the Club World Cup. This year, the round of 16, even though we know that Palmeiras, Botafogo, Benfica, Chelsea, one more, Charlotte, one more set of games. On the other side, Paris Saint-Germain, any LA Galaxy, Bayern, any Flamingo. On the other side, we're expecting say Man City wants to be also outside on them, and then Chelsea will see how things are going to go on from there for them. Chelsea fans said, "Are we excited?" Andres Santos in Igbo. I mean, I always thought Andre would play. Some of these things, you need time, just a few days, like Maresca said, for the boy to settle in, for him to understand how tactically Maresca wants to play, how the team plays and stuff like that. Now, Uti, after the game, Chelsea Ebenya will make some good money after say Club World Cup and in say Chelsea enter the knockout phases and I said the round of 16 of the Club World Cup now. Chelsea began £20 million just to enter the knockout phase of the Club World Cup. £20 million. Group stage alone. 2 wins now on group stage wins now. Chelsea began $3 million and then getting into the round of 16. No, Chelsea enter Club World Cup with 20 million. Chelsea air round of 16 5.8 million. Chelsea air group stage 3 million 29 million so far. And at Chelsea Ebenya 29 million and at Chelsea Ebenya which is something that is very good power in terms of Sika Chelsea Ebenya Club World Cup, especially the fact that they also want to balance on books on Chelsea versus Benfica. It'll be very interesting on Benfica for a hoodie by the follow to 5-4-1 mid block, and that is something that say okay. Benfica versus Bayern Munich Champions League last season, they played Allianz Arena. It was a very tight game with this 5-4-1 block and that is how Benfica for I think Bayern finished just 1 goal or so. They were very tough over them. Bruno Lage is a manager of Premier League for a very long time. Usually he plays in the 5 at the back. On 5 at the back on the ball and started with 3 back, and you have to find ways to bring them down. It became a 3-6-1 at times. Half plus 1 in the back line. Anatoly Turbin did his bit with the chances that raised now Benfica for made it very difficult for Bayern over there. We'll see if Chelsea will be able to stand Benfica for Charlie. It's not going to be easy. It's definitely not going to be easy when it comes to the games that Chelsea for any Benfica in the next round. We'll see how things are going to go. We'll see how things are going to go on over there from Chelsea. Any Benfica, any games now, but subsequently, we didn't come now. We'll analyze the conversation, we'll analyze the conversation and then see how things are going to go on from there in terms of team and friend, SC Benfica, how the analysis of Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. We'll see how things will pan out. And I think after the game, there have been a lot of talk. Delap proved he can be a threatening option up front with alternative striking option. Nicolas Jackson still suspended for the round of 16 against Benfica following the sending off against team and friend Palmeiras. Enzo Maresca spoke about Andre Santos. He's working well, and he needs to understand how we play. Jan Delap said, "It's a great feeling. We needed to win today. To get a goal is a special feeling. Even more importantly, we are through to the next stage of the competition." Maresca after the game said, "I'm very happy. After defeat, we wanted to win to continue to build the winner's mentality. The players are good, and that's how things are going to go on over there." Chelsea for now have gone on from there. As far as his former manager Mahel Kanzari, also it's true that we hope to beat Chelsea to reach the round of 16, but that's football. In the end, the difference in quality decides results 95% of the time, according to Mahel Kanzari. One more as a Charlie. Now the club, they wanted to go through. Chelsea are just too good for them. More respect on Maresca, on Enzo Fernandez's name. He needs more. 18 assists just in 1 season. If you want to still see we are in the same one, Maresca has unlocked a new part of his game with a box crashing, with a brilliant, which has been brilliant, but that's not detrimental to how often he can play and use the world-class passing technique. Too much quality. A player happy about out of possession negatives. Now everybody has kept quiet about Abrante and Enzo Fernandez. And I've said several times, I thought they'd be Chelsea fans being too reactive. Maresca has to give Joshua Champon chances. I agree on a regular basis. His ball carrying and technical ability are 2 attributes that perfectly fit the system for RCB and RB, and developing still as a defender. Absolutely normal. He's 19, but we already things like the way he uses his arms and body to show the ball is very huge over there on Enzo Maresca how things are going to go on from there. We'll see how Chelsea will get and manage things now. We'll see how things are going to go on. We'll see how things are going to go on over there. Darwin Nunez has made Napoli his preferred choice. So Charlie, Napoli in Juma, according to a brand here friend Darwin Nunez. He wants to go in there and then go and do the job now. We'll see if a brand friend Darwin Nunez can go to team a friend in Napoli and then get a job done. We'll have all of the conversation, all of the analysis now, and then we'll have the conversation on them. Of course, you'll be able to play some good football, and that's what Chelsea are trying to do with a brand here, the friend. Joshua Kofi, a champion, Lyon are getting relegated because of financial issues. They need money. No chance of selling Mali Fofana cheaper than this. Of course, Mali Fofana, cheap. Cheap. I won't be surprised if Chelsea decide that they will get the two players now to do the job done. Only the two players in the have a shape. Now for the almost two players now. We Chelsea better Mali Fofana and a branch friend Jimmy Bino Gates and then we'll see how things are going to go on. You see that days on from microanalyzing KDH right wing. It's the game that we need to rest players. That's it. I think said in any case, Kennedy's Bill I think wants to improve on at Chelsea, given how things want to go on. This Bill is an important player for Chelsea, and Chelsea wants to see him succeed over there. We'll see how things are going to pan out. Guys, I have Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. We'll come back and then read the analysis, have the analysis, talk about the game, and then come back to you with some more. So then, do take care. Bye-bye.